are some common sources of team conflict, which are not unusual, because anytime you bring a group of people together, you're going to have some level of conflict. There may be conflicting resources. For example, maybe on the clinical side, maybe they have a much bigger budget than what they have on the social service side. There may be conflicting styles, which means that people see the world differently and we think differently. And so I may make the assumption that you're seeing it the same way that I do, when in turn you're actually seeing it through people and relationships, and I'm seeing through just getting things done. We may have different perceptions about things. I may perceive that we have a great group of staff members that are really working hard. You may have noticed that some of them have not been working as hard, or maybe a couple of employees have been late, and I'm not aware of that. We may have conflicting goals. This especially happens when you have a variety of disciplines that have individual goals that they're working on, and they now have to come together and work on one goal together. There may be different pressures. There may be different financial pressures for different departments. Some people may have a really large budget that they're working with. Other people maybe not so much. May have very different roles. You may have for example, on a department head team, often it's not unusual to have one of your leaders who has a large department and a large group of people that answer to them. You may also have on that very same team a person who manages a department, and maybe they only supervise one or two people. So those roles can vary and look very different from person to person. And then once again, when you may have a difference in values, as well as there may be times when we have policies that are changing and that are moving. Or for example, I've had the instance when I was a director of nursing that our admissions nurse thought that we had a policy around people being able to bring in certain items, and social service was following a policy, an older policy, that said they were allowed to bring those, and so there was conflict between the two.